Hey everyone, it's Ryan Howe, Small Business News. Got a good one for you today. Forbes is out with an article highlighting small business owners in America, who they are and their demographics, and it's a pretty interesting read considering small businesses make up 99% of all businesses in America. Now, for those that don't know, this is the show where I bring you just some of the information I share with my clients every single day. I am a business coach out of West Michigan and around the country, and I hope to earn your subscription today. So let's get right into this here. Again, from Forbes.com. Links, as always, are going to be in the description, so please be sure to go check that out. There are over 33 million small business owners across the United States. The Small Business Administration, so that's the SBA, defines this cohort as those with fewer than 500 employees. We're going to get into what's their age and education, who they are, how many hours do they work, how much do they earn. And I think that is one of the major misconceptions about business owners is actually how much money they bring home. There's interesting data behind that, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. And then what drives them to go to work each day. Again, they talk about the lifeblood here, and you see this isn't anything new. This is from 2020, I believe. Yeah, 2020 census. This has been out for a while, but you can just see where the overall picture is at here, where the vast majority of businesses are small businesses. And within that, the vast majority of those of small businesses have 0 to 9 employees. It's like 94%, as you can see right here. So it's definitely one of those things to keep in mind. Now, what's the average age of a small business owner? Now, when you imagine the face of entrepreneurship, what do you see? 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s? A whopping 51% of small business owners start when they're over 55 years old. That's something people fail to realize, that the vast majority of businesses start as someone's previous career is ending and they're moving into something else. So let's take a look here. Now, small business owners are diverse. The average age to start a business, now this is the average age, again, is 35. 6% start when they're 34 or under. 43% start between 35 and 54, and 51% start when they're 55 and older. What does their path to entrepreneurship look like? Some people just open a business right out of high school, immediately get into something. Then there's others, which we're seeing here. People had a kind of a little side hustle that they've been laid off, and now they've decided to turn their side hustle into their primary business. And then additionally, you have folks that I was mentioning earlier who have retired, but man, they're just like, I do not like being retired. I need something to do with my time. And they go ahead and create another business. Then there's this next question. So how many hours do small business owners work? Well, I can speak to that with my clients. When I come in and work with my clients, my goal is to actually get them working less hours. And the way we do that is by making sure we've got the right processes in place and procedures. And then we hire the right people to be able to manage those processes for them so they can take more time away, but also so they can hire additional people to run the business in their absence. So that's one thing I work with my clients. You want to learn more about how I do that, go to summitbusinessguides.com. 70, 80 hours is not unheard of for a lot of small business owners. Now here's the split. 58% of small business owners work at least 50 hours per week. Only 57% take vacations. And of the 57% who take vacations, 67% or 2/3 of them check in to work at least once a day while they're away. And that's what we don't want. Just the same thing as we want our employees to be taking their time away from work and then to be away from work. We also want to make sure that the business owners are taking time away from work and they are away from work. So that way they can get recharged, refresh. And as a small business owner, you are the visionary. In order to be able to do your job, you got to be refreshed, just like with our staff. So with that, the next question I get from a lot of my business owners is like, hey, how much am I supposed to be making? Like I've always loved that question. I get it from my clients. It's like, how much am I supposed to be making as a small business owner? The average income is around $71,000 annually. But earnings for those small business owners, they vary anywhere between $31,000 to $150,000. The vast majority of small business owners in America have successfully created a job for themselves, which is also the worst of the jobs because you're the boss and you're an employee. So you've got all the concerns, the day-to-day running of things as an employee, on top of all the headache of making payroll, working with your accountant, managing marketing, all the different things that owners have to worry about as well too. That's another reason why I work with my small business owners, to help them be able to kind of split those duties off as well. Now, one of the things that make small business owners different than the rest of us is what actually drives them to run the business, to open a business, and to stay with that business and push through even through the most difficult of times. And when you ask the questions, here's some of the stuff that I see consistently with my small business owners that I work with. They're creative. These are visionaries. They just want to be in that creative state of mind and problem solving state of mind all the time. It's what they enjoy about being a business owner and working with clients. A community, small business owners, that's true. They love being in the community, helping the community, being a part of the community, being able to give back. The amount of charitable acts through volunteering and monetary donations from small businesses, it's huge. Anyone who is in a nonprofit understands that while you're going to get big donations from, those larger businesses that absolutely you need for operations, the consistent donations from small businesses in the way of small gifts and time and product is huge. It helps make your overall operation run. And if you are solely dependent on the charity of large corporations, there's a good possibility as they look at their stock price, right? They're going to cut back. But you can always depend on going down to the downtown area. And if you need help, you need assistance, you're going to be able to find it there. Again, small business owners are always focused on how they can help the community and give back. So they're adaptable. That's the other piece here. When you're a small business, you have to be thinking on your feet at all times. And the last bit here is, just kind of an open question. Who is a small business owner? And I'll just read through here. Size is a key indicator of what is considered a small business, but there's so much more to this group of fearless leaders. Small business owners embody the entrepreneurial spirit. They're as diverse in spirit as the ventures they create. And this paragraph is why I work with them. They are the backbone of our economy, working long hours to get the job done and creating millions of jobs in the process. And when I work with my clients, the amount of time that they spend thinking about how they can just do better as an owner to take care of their employees and provide for their employees while still making sure they can take care of their families and secure the future of the business going forward. We spend so much time talking about the employees as a whole. Are we doing enough? How can we make adjustments? Can we cut back here in order to make sure that this section here is taken care of? All these conversations take place all the time. So with that, thank you for watching today. Hopefully I earned your subscription. Take care, and I will see you next time.